Hi guys, today I'm going to attempt repairing this Craftsman Incredible Pull 32cc gas powered trimmer edger. This particular edger is sitting in the garage from long time, and for some reason it is not starting, and most of the time this when it is not starting and you have not used in long time, then probably it is the carburetor which has been choked with the gum from the gas, gum because of the gas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this particular lawnmower, and then we'll open the carburetor and see that what exactly the problem is. Just those who are interested, the model number is 316791870, and as you see, this one is the spark plug connector which goes over here, and so, and then there is a choke over here, and to prime it, the primer bulb is over here. So basically, to open this carburetor, we have to open this cover, which has 4 screws on each side, 1 2, and there are 3 and 4, and then this will come out. Then we have to disconnect the pipe attaching this system, and we'll see. So let me start doing that one, and as things progresses I will cover that in detail. So one screw is out, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth. And as you see, it just came out, the entire cover. And this is the carburetor which we have to clean. Nothing much is there in that one, so we are going to remove this carburetor using this 2 screws, and rest is basically the choke. Okay, so the choke is basically is for this one, which goes on this and covers. But let's open this carburetor and disconnect this inlet and outlet pipe from the carburetor. I hope you are able to see this one. Let me move the camera like this. Yep. Okay, so this is also not coming. Okay, so pretty big screw, this came out, and there is another one here, this is the second one. So let's keep this aside. It has lot of oil and grease, so I have to clean up that one, and hopefully this should come out now. And it is not okay here. So as you see, it is coming out, and then this particular level which goes to the throttle, we have to remove that wire, and then the carburetor will be out from the body. So just tilt it and it will come out. And this is the pipe which is the inlet, so I'm going to remove both of them. it is not coming out, so probably I might have to take the plier or to pry this out from the pipe. Okay, so one came out, but of course it came out from, okay, so this is how it came out, and as you see it is fully, so inside it is not clear and all with gum. So this is the carburetor which we have to clean up after this one. So this pipe was through this one and connected to the connected on the inside. So let me show you where these pipes were there. So if I move the camera, you will see there are two pipes, inlet and outlet, which was connected through this one. So the carburetor, this first pipe was over here, and the second pipe, that is this pipe, was over here. Okay, now with this let's open this carburetor and clean it up. But before that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just clean up all this area and cover to make it ready for the installation of the carburetor. So for the fuel line, I've ordered this fuel line pipe from the Amazon. This has different diameters, and now I have to just figure it out which one is basically right fit for this particular carburetor. And if I see this one is little bigger, or maybe I will just remove this one and try each one, because the tight fit is basically the key. So let me remove this one. And then I will try, maybe first I'll start with this one. Yeah, looks, this one is good, or maybe smaller than this. No, this one is too light. It's, yeah, this one looks good. So I'm going to use this one for the fuel line. And it is very tight, so there is no caution of getting leak. I'll measure the length of this one, same as the one which was original, approximately over here, and cut this fuel line over here. And this will be my fuel line. And the same thing I have to do it for this side also. So let's remove this pipe also. Since I'm not going to use it, I'll just cut it out. Clean this surface and not. and now the new fuel line is in place. So now only thing what we are going to do is, let's keep this aside. What we are going to do is basically open this two screws to expose the diaphragm, and then spray some carburetor gum removal and clean this carburetor. As such, this particular carburetor is not that bad, but I just want to make sure that nothing is clogged inside the holes of the carburetor. So let's remove this one. I hope that I'll be able to use this. No, this is too thick. Let me get the different screwdriver which is thinner, and then we'll remove these two screws. Okay, let's open this carburetor now. Sorry, not this one, this diaphragm. Hopefully I will be able to use this screwdriver. Yep, and it came very nicely. So one, and then we have to do the same thing for the second one. And this will come out, and as you see, it's not that bad, but there is a lot of gum is there. So now I have to somehow scrape this one very lightly to remove it from here, and see, it is coming out nicely. That's it. Oh wow. So definitely, even though it was looking nice from the outside, there is a lot of oil and this gas mixture is there, which is preventing it from firing. Rest of the things are clear, so I'm going to use the carb cleaner to clean this thing. It's just basically spraying the carb choke and parts cleaner on this, and give a little nice wash. And let it dry, and same thing I'll do it for the diaphragm also. Now I'll take my tool kit which has all these small pointers to make sure that each hole is clean and there is no gum inside the hole. So as I blow the air from this side, a lot of gum came out from this area, if you see. And let me see if I can show it on the camera. Yeah, so if you see, and this green gum came out from the inside. So again I'm going to do the same process, make sure that it is clean, and then again blow the air from one of the fuel pipe, to see that if something else comes out. And when I'm doing that part, I'm just making sure that this throttle is in the open position. That's how we'll know that if anything is coming out. So let me see if I can show you. Yep, now it is clean, nothing is coming out, and all the holes are pretty clean. So let me dry this out, and then we will assemble it back and install it on our main motor. After the carburetor is rebuilt, now we have to attach this carburetor back to the motor, and that process is also pretty straightforward. The way we have removed the carburetor, we have to attach in the same, but only in the reverse fashion. So first thing is that there are two tubes you will see on the carburetor. First tube at the top, because the orientation of the carburetor on the motor is going to be like this. So the top tube will go to the primer bulb from the back side, and this bottom feeder line is basically the fuel line, which you have to attach to the fuel line which is coming from the tank, right? And that I will show you from the back side. So first thing what you have to do is, first you have to attach this wire to the this is a throttle wire. This throttle wire will go through this hole, so that the throttle will be connected to the carburetor. That is first part. And then we have to pass these two wires through this casing. There are two holes over here, if you see, 1 and 2, and these wires will go from there, so that this can be pulled from the back side to attach it to the process, right? And then once it is done, then whatever we have removed, that is, these are the two screws holding the carburetor like this on the casing. So let's start from the beginning. So first attach this throttle wire like this. It is pretty not tricky, but you have to just pass this wire through this hole and like this. So once it is there, it is now attached. You can see like this. Then you match this carburetor, and then you pass this pipe through this hole. And if it is too tight, then you can always cut it into some 45 degrees to make it easy. So I'm finding it difficult to pass the first wire, first feed wire, but second one is okay. It went through without any problem. Let me try one more time this one, otherwise I will come back once the feed pipe is fed through this hole. So I have to do it off camera, and once it is done, then you just attach this carburetor to this two screws. Let me fit this wire, and then I will show you how exactly it has been done. So let me show you how the carburetor has been attached. So this first wire is going through this hole, and which we have to connect it to the priming bulb, and the second wire is the fuel wire, which will go and connect to the fuel feed pipe coming from the gas tank. And these two screws are attached over here, and in addition to that, there is a throttle wire which I showed you, this one. This has been attached to the carburetor. Now I have to just tighten these screws to make it permanent. So let me do that. this is kind of tight. Now one more thing before we put this cover back, I'm going to first test it out instead of making sure that it is working fine. Now let's go back, and one more thing which you have to remember is that when these pipes are attached, make sure that there is no this pipe is not pinched anywhere, because that will restrict the flow of the oil and the gas coming to the carburetor. So that is one part, and if this is pinched, then the priming will not be that effective. So that is the only thing which you have to remember. Now let's revert this one and let me show you how it looks on this side. So as you see, this is the pipe. As I mentioned earlier, the top pipe is this one, which is going to get attached to the primer. So the primer bulb is this one, and there is I don't know whether you could see it. There is a pipe over here, this one. So you have to attach the that wire, that feed pipe over there. So the topmost pipe to this one. And if you are going to face the problem attaching this one, you can always remove this primer bulb, but I'll try to do it when it is attached to the casing. It's not that difficult, it's just matter of matching the pipe on the face. As you see, I have attached this pipe to the priming bulb very nicely, and when I am priming it, I could hear some noise in the tank, which is a good sign. Now this lower pipe, it has to be connected to the pipe coming from the tank, which is this one. This is a gas pipe, and we have to attach it using this connector. Like this, and this is pretty straightforward. I hope you guys could see. Let me show you. Okay, so this is good. So this will go in this pipe. So you can always hold this pipe using the pinches or some clipper so that it won't move. And this is done. So now we are ready to fill up this gas. I should not call it gas, but mixture of gas and oil, so that we can test this out. So quickly let me show you the setup. So the wire feed pipe coming from the tank is connected over here, and this is the bottom pipe which is going to the carburetor. This is the bottom pipe which is going to the carburetor, and the top pipe of the carburetor, that is this pipe, is coming to the bulb. So we are now ready to test this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the cover also, so that I will have everything ready when it goes. Now attaching the cover is pretty straightforward. As you see, you have to attach this one, make sure that this filter is there, and it will go like this, and then you have to use those 4 screws to attach it. And as you see, the cover has been attached, everything is in place. Now only thing is I have to crank it up by just putting the gas and the oil. The way it works is that you cannot put the gas directly in this one, unleaded gas in this one, because it has to be the mixture of gas and the two-stroke oil, right? So basically the ratio is 1 gallon, which is like 3.8 liters, to this entire bottle, because this is meant for entire 1 gallon of gas. Approximately it is 3.3 ounce or 2.6 ounce, right? That is one part. Or I'm going to mix the gas and the oil only for 1 liter. So for 1 liter it is around 2.25 ml. That means 1/3 of this entire bottle. So let me mix the gas, and remember, you are not going to pour the gas first and then the oil in this one. That mixture has to be done separately, and then that mixture has to be poured in this tank, not directly the oil and then the mixture, right? So that is one thing which you have to remember. And once the mixture is in place, we'll just crank it up to see that whether it works or not.